But at the end of the day, it just comes down to how well we execute too. So, you can't get too much into, personnel on the other side of the ball. We just got to execute.
And lastly, you look like a cold weather back.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, being from Kansas, no stranger to this type of weather. So, and I mean, in high school, I was playing playoffs in this weather. So now it's just regular season games in it. So it's kind of cool that way.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Devin, looking back at Texas last year, that win not only sparked that, those two close losses at the end of the season, but seemed to spark momentum coming into the season. Just talk about how that win specifically has kind of changed the course of this program over the last year.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that gave us a sense of confidence in our own ability that we can win big-time games. And, they kind of just propelled us forward to, playing competitive and at the end of last season and then starting out the season the way we did and, getting bowl eligibility this year too. So definitely led us to great things. And, we're not satisfied in that either, though.
And for you personally, you've been around this program your whole life. You've seen most of the downs, not many ups.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be a part of now that you look at it, a almost program changing win like that for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, it was special, just to look back and all the sacrifice that me and my family put in just to get to this point, and, to watch it kind of unfold this way for this team. It was a really cool moment. I sat back and enjoyed it a little more the next day too. So.
And then towards Texas, just what are the biggest changes you see from last year's team to this year's?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a lot more disciplined. I think they're really twitchy, really athletic, and they have a lot of dudes on their team too. So, yeah, it's a really exciting challenge for us, and, I'm really excited to see what we can do.
Did you think then, in the aftermath of that win last year, that your quarterback would be in a commercial, your tight end would be in a commercial, that all these other things would come from one play, one win, one big moment like that? I mean, could you have thought that?
No. I mean, NIL itself was just so new.
Sure.
Kind of, and, especially kind of new to, our football program, obviously. Other big-time guys last year and big-time programs had it, but, we didn't have that because we didn't have kind of, I guess, stability within our own program. So, just seeing those guys reap the benefits of that, it was really cool to see, especially like Jared, to see kind of his rise to fame. And, we always knew how good he was, but now that kind of the country sees it, and, he's still making big-time plays. It's just really cool to see.
I know you're not a numbers guy. I know you're a team guy first and foremost, but are you aware of some of your numbers and some of the pacing that you're on, that kind of thing? Okay. Do you care?
I mean, no, I don't. It's just all a result of, the guys who work so hard up front and, our scheme. And, for me, I don't really look too far into the numbers just because at the end of the day, I can have the greatest numbers in the world, but if we're not winning, it doesn't mean anything. So, yeah, that's really why I don't pay attention to that. At least during the season, I don't pay attention to that, because I'm not looking around to pat myself on the back either. So.
Yeah, and speaking of your back and your shoulders and your knees and your ankles and your all of that, how are you holding up? That's two pretty high volume games right there.
Yeah, I feel great. Just a lot of high volume, like you said, but a lot of high intensity in the training room too. So just moving around too helps so much. And even though you don't want to do it, sometimes you just need to. So
sure,
we have a wonderful staff downstairs that's willing to help me out in any way too. So
how new is that to you? I mean, you've been in college a couple years now, but if you think about maybe your senior year of high school, 30-plus carries, the pounding from those types of guys. I mean, could you have even thought then that, hey, I'll survive that, no problem, I'll play 2 days later?
Literally. It's so weird to think about it like that,
Right.
Because it's so much more needed, and obviously because guys, you're getting tackled more, and guys are bigger. But it's just really cool to see like how much access I do have now instead of what I had in high school too. So it's really cool, and I definitely need it too.